Mm-mm. Whew. Child, child, what I look like, honey. Hey, babe. It's Jamie. That's me here. Listen, we don't really review Love and Marriage Huntsville over here. And I'm not going to start really today, but I am going to talk about. We're going to have a discussion about Love and Marriage Huntsville and the girls' trip. Don't care nothing about Maurice and his son Monster. We're just going to primarily talk about the girls' trip, specifically Destiny. What's her name? Sunny. You have Melody, Destiny. We just gonna get into all of it, okay? Um, Y'all already know the house manners when you come in. Come on in. Make sure you speak. Make sure you like. Okay, you have to like by ringing the doorbell is hitting that like button. Okay, then you say a little something in the comments and let me know that you here. All right. So I wanted to talk about the latest episode, and I'm really here to piss people off because I know they're gonna be mad because majority of the time we see millimeters in the comments, and she has a strong fan base over on the YouTube, and I'm not here to make nobody happy. Okay. Whether you're a male fan, a millimeter, because some people are male fans and they're not millimeters. Unless you're, even if you're a Destiny fan, girl, I'm not here to make nobody happy, girl. I'm here to give y'all my opinion on what it is that I see is, from this show. All right. And before we really get started, I want to shout out Miss Stormy Steele. She is no longer going to be a part of this show. I did learn that a while back. Shout out to her. She also made it known that she quit back in April and she good. And I'm happy for her. Okay. Go ahead, go do your thing. Your business with Canvas is doing really good. Whether, TikTok goes away or whether it stays, I do believe there are enough analytics over there to be able to, get your products into other stores. I mean, of course, you already had that connection with Target, but it doesn't mean that you can't expand and go, or start something else with Target again, or go to somebody else or whatever. So I think that's a great thing. So shout out to Stormy, still out here doing her thing. She's supposed to be on the Tamron Hall show. I believe it's going to be on today. So congratulations to Stormy. You did your big one. Um, and I love it. I will say this. I don't think people should stay on reality shows for a long time. Okay, if you are not like some of the main faces, in my personal, I feel like it's okay to come on a show maybe 3 years or so and then dip out and go do something else. I'm sure the relationship with she and Carlos will be there. So if she wants to return at some point, I'm sure the doors will be open. Okay, we saw where Destiny was able to step away and then she was able to return. So good for her as well. Okay. Um, so yeah, so shout out to her for that. But let me get my notes and stuff up from what I had took, girl, so we can talk about this. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Oh, all right. Love and Marriage, Huntsville, girls trip. Okay, so Destiny versus Mel. They're having a conversation where Destiny is feeling as though Mel was trying to teach Ariane respectful cheating. Girl, I'll say this. I do believe that Mel could have been on the phone with Ariane for sure. I'm sure they've had phone conversations, okay? However, I don't know if Mel was really teaching that girl respectful cheating. Like that, I don't know. I can't agree to that. I don't know if that was a fact. I don't know the conversations they were having on the phone. Mel could have been cussing the girl out. Okay. I don't know. I do believe they've had a conversation, maybe two or something like that. I don't know. Okay. But there's that. So when Destiny is having this back and forth with Mel and she's getting upset, she kind of leans forward to get up. Okay. Now, when I first saw her leaning up, I was like, now why? When I first saw her getting up, I'm like, now why are you leaning towards? Now, I understand that Mel is all the way at the end of the table, but you have to understand that one still can take that as threatening behavior. Now, granted, Destiny didn't jump at Mel. She didn't do that. She did kind of lean forward and she was saying what she was saying as she was getting up, and you still said it, with the attitude. And I think that anybody in that on the opposite position of Destiny would feel slightly threatened. Okay. And then once they saw her standing up to go outside, it's like, oh, okay. Because here's the thing, people can say, oh, well, Destiny wasn't trying to threaten Mel and all that. Well, then why did Tisha even jump up so quick? All right. Why did Nell say, sit down or whatever? And she was like, well, I can stand up. It's because of the heat of the conversation. I understand if those were not Destiny's intentions, but it slightly came off like that, just a little bit. Okay. I'm glad Destiny did take a step to go outside. Stormy went out there to talk to her, Tisha, all of that. Then they brought her back inside. So I'm glad that did happen. And let's try to have more of a conversation. Let's figure this out. Okay. By the time Destiny comes back in, Mel is over the conversation. She no longer wants to have the conversation. And I don't like this shit. We talking. Let's get it all out. We trying to have this conversation now, like, because Destiny's like, I want to address some stuff, especially the shit that you said about me messing with Martell or whatever. Like, let's do that. We got to talk about that. Mel, like, girl, I'm finna go to the room. Like, I ain't got time for that. Now, here's the thing. Destiny goes in her confessional and she says something like, I can't sit in a room with someone that will lie to my face. Destiny, that wasn't the right one to use, my love. And I say that because you sat in multiple rooms with Martell and even videoed it. Okay? I'm just saying, ma'am. All right. So that didn't really sound right, but let's keep going. So Mel's ready to go. Destiny, like, nah, because we need to address everything that you've tried to insinuate about me and Martell having something going on. Mel still gets up and leave. Now, I'm thinking, one, deflection. Why the fuck is we deflecting to get up and leave? Okay, why is you getting up to walk the hell away? Let's have a conversation. Then I said, well, you know what? Maybe she actually tired as hell because y'all have been sitting at this table long enough, and whatever conversation we having now, we can have back at the house, bitch. I'm finna go. I'll talk to you, girl. We'll talk, bitch. Okay, I'm finna go. So it really could have been that situation. And one thing about it, Destiny gonna try and make sure they had a conversation. So it is what it is. Now, outside, as the ladies are exiting, you hear Shanita say, come on, ops. Baby, that sent Tisha over the edge, and Tisha started to go the fuck off. And I don't care what nobody talking about. I was with Tisha hands the fuck down. I do not feel like Tisha was being messy. Granted, when she brought up the conversation about Mel and Destiny having a convo, it was like, oh, Tisha, really, why? And as much as, I mean, at the end of the day, we know the producers are behind all of this ultimately to force this conversation to happen and everything, right? So Destiny had to be invited on the trip by some way, okay? But I don't really think that was messy, okay? It was what it was. They were gonna have the conversation either way it go. At the end of the day, here's my thing: whether it was messy or not, who the fuck do you think you are to sit up there and try and call somebody a op? But you don't know me. You don't know anything about me except for what you see on TV. Bitch, don't call me a op because I've never sat up there and addressed you outside of your name. Don't do that. And then you got Mel over there talking to Tisha, telling her it's a way to talk. And I would have snapped on Mel out the gate. Out the gate, like, my nigga, don't come to me telling me motherfucking thing about how it is I need to talk when you just heard your friend call me out my name and you sat up there and listened to that girl call me out my name on more than one occasion, calling me a op this, op that, op this, op that. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't, If you want to sit up there and try and tell somebody how to talk, you need to go and talk to your motherfucking friend and tell her how she need to talk around bitches that she don't know. Okay? Because when Tisha sat up there and said, like, you don't even know me, like, I don't even know if Tisha really cussed at her, but she was like, you don't know me like that. I was with Tisha, hands down. I don't care how nobody feel about Tisha. You could be mad and have a grudge about some shit from season one. That is on you. Okay? She is the op. She was moving messy. At the end of the day, who the hell is this woman to say that to her? Okay, and you done did it on more than one occasion. And Tisha should have checked it right then, but I feel like she probably was like taken back, like, like, let me not, like, yeah, she, like, I feel like we do that oftentimes. Like when somebody catches us off guard and they say things, and you may brush it off, and sometimes it may not click. You know what I'm saying? It may not click till later. Like, did this bitch just? Oh, she did. So I don't fault her for that. But in that moment, I'm glad that she said something to Dr. Shanita because later on in the episode, Shanita decided to apologize to her. Kimmy was over there trying to have a conversation with Shanita, and Shanita was like, well, when I give her that energy, ooh, 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 ooh. Hello, are you there? Come here. Come close. Stop right there. Don't get too close because you've already done too much. You understand? Um, Girl, you are the reason we're here. You are the reason that we're here. You said what you said, so I had to get in that ass just a little piece. Absolutely. Okay, so what you mean when I start going there with her? We're already there because of you. And then she gonna ask Kimmy, well, what should I call her? Should I just say she's messy? Should I just say she's messy? No, you're messy. Okay, how about that? And even if you would have said she was messy, she probably would have still took offense to that, and it still wasn't gonna keep her off your ass. Come on, Mama Joyce. Ain't a mountain high enough and a river wide enough to keep me off your ass. Okay, so I definitely was here with Tisha. I like eat her up because she over here crossing, doing too much. And then you get on social media and you want to do all this talking about how, oh, I don't even want to be on TV. I don't want to be on that. You don't want to be on television. You don't want to do this reality stuff, but you make sure you always get on IG Live to sit up there and talk about the show. You always find something. Now, I don't know what you're doing right now, but around this time, earlier on, you definitely was getting on live doing nothing but conversations about Love and Marriage Huntsville because you was over there using Melody's fans to fund whatever it is you got going on over there in Africa. And I support it. Like get your stuff. I think that's great. Go over there and do your thing over there in Africa. I think that's great. But at the same time, Miss Millionaire, I got all these businesses. I got this, that, and the other. You don't have enough to fund your own project that you got going on over there in Africa. And it's so funny because you sat up there and got online and did so much damn talking, so much saying so much stuff. This is to you directly, girl. Saying so much stuff, okay, about the show and this and that you talked yourself into a hole with the millimeters who was over there eating your ass up because you was over there trying to support Martell just a little piece. Then had to walk back your statements, okay? All right, you done sat up there and talked yourself into a little piece of a rut, and then the melody started being on your ass. Uh-huh. Now, I ain't been seeing you go live too much after that. But let me tell you, for a person to sit up there and say they don't want to be on television, and now that Stormy is gone, I would not be surprised if we see her more. Especially being a person that was utilizing Melody's fans who liked her because of her adjacency to Melody, and taking their coins as they were donating towards her school, which was and it's nothing. I don't want it to seem like there's anything wrong with people donating. I think it's a great cause. Donate if that's what you choose to do. But it is still giving. Let me utilize her fans. If they want to continue to donate and support, y'all help me do like yes. That's what you're doing. Okay. And I can see you wanting to be on the show to continue that. Right? But let me tell you, if you continue to be on this show, they've already clocked you already on social media. Okay. If you continue to be on this show, it's really not going to work out good for you because over time, you are going to do something that's not going to be in the favor of Melody. You are going to start getting to know the other ladies because you don't want everybody on the cast to feel like you're just a one-sided friend. Right. And as soon as you step out and get to know other people, Melody not going to fuck with you no more. Okay. So, and she might mess with you. She might continue to hang with you to change whatever narrative that's out there of her always not talking to her friends or something, But what time is it? I need to get this up soon. Give me 1 second, guys. But yeah. So I mean, she might continue to rock with you, but she also may not. All right. And it's just not going to be a good look for you. So if you're going to, jump out, you better go ahead and step out now, girl. Go ahead and jump out now. Um, so yeah, those are my thoughts. But I've been told y'all, I've been saying how I felt about Dr. Shanita from the beginning. I was like, it's something that was off about her. I'm sure she's a sweet person, great person in person. But when it comes to this reality stuff, she can do a bit much. And then now some of the fans want to start seeing her and then start going in. Okay. It's real comical. But anywho, let's keep going. Destiny pulls Sunny for a talk. Can we be done with this? Moses was a hoe. Moses played both of y'all. It is what it is. I'm not finna sit up here and beg not now to let people know who I was to her. I got the receipts. I'm not gonna sit up here and beg you to let people. You're not keeping it real. You're not keeping it real because my news is real. Like you're not keeping it real with how we were close or how we were cool. Oh, Sonny said, "Well, girl, I ain't never say that we wasn't cool." BITCH, yes, you did. You were portraying it and downplaying your relationship with Destiny. Hands down, there is nothing that you can say or do to change that. And the more that you talk, unfortunately for you, the more that you do talk, the worse it looks for you because people begin to catch you in lies just a bit. Okay. So I say just own up to it, accept it for what it is, and move forward. Okay. Um, Destiny felt like she tried to throw it in her face. I did not try to throw it in your face. Yes, you did, ma'am. 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 Yes, you did. You were trying to throw it in her face, and I don't know if you did that because you knew that she was kind of not cool with some people on the cast, primarily male, right? I don't know if you did that to be in favor of male or her fans or something like that. I don't know why you did that, but you did. Okay. Definitely try to throw it in her face. I got the ring. I'm this and that and da da da, girl, and let the people tell it. The jail got him now. So what's going on? Okay. I hate that for y'all when y'all trying to have a family and stuff like that or whatever the case is. But you did all of that. Okay. So what else? Destiny says she wasn't being real about the friendship. Sunny says that she never said they weren't cool. Destiny gets ready to walk off. This is where I feel that things are counterproductive. Why would you pull this woman for a conversation? Now, I did agree with Sunny when Sunny says, no, you're walking off. Let's have this conversation because you often like to walk away. And when you do that, you never resolve anything with any of your friends. You never have any of that clarity with your friends because you keep walking off. And my thing is, but you do know that this time she didn't walk off. Yeah, she may have walked off because she was heated, but Mel at the table was the one to walk off because she no longer wanted to entertain the conversation at that time. So I want to make sure that you're aware of that too. Okay. But Destiny, I will say this, that was stupid. Like, I pulled you for a conversation because I was hoping that you were going to be honest and keep it real. Well, you didn't even stay around long enough to try and get any type of real. Okay. But maybe she felt like that lady was playing in her face and got the hell on. Okay. So let me, all right, girl. Anywho, Destiny says that she can sit in her truth, whatever it is, she can sit in her truth. Well, Destiny, let me tell you this, baby. It took you a minute to get there. It took you a very long time to get there. And I feel like if you would have arrived and got to that place, arrived to that place much sooner, I think that a lot of the fans would like you more. You know what I'm saying? It took you a long time to get there, and now you finally trying to get there. You like, I can stand about you. Now you can because it was a long period of time where you were not willing to be open. Hell, when you got a divorce, you didn't even want to really tell Mel about that. After Mel been over here confiding in you about her divorce and telling you everything that was going on, you wanted to just not say anything. And then it got to a place where you couldn't say because he had you signing paperwork to where you couldn't say nothing. Right? You should have been singing. But it is what it is. I guess we'll appreciate the piece of truth that you're giving us now. Mel embraces Destiny. Everybody gets back to the house. Mel walks over, embraces Destiny. She didn't have to. She did. In that moment, I believe that Destiny may have told her that she was sorry and that she loves her. Okay? Mel said, we'll talk. We'll talk. No worries. We'll talk. We'll talk. Um, Mel doesn't really know how to take Destiny because Destiny has told her that she's sorry in the past and she still has gone out to do things. I do understand being on reserve about that. When a person, tell you one thing and do another, I don't like shit like that. And so I definitely understand what Mel is coming from, but I do question what energy did she give to you for you to feel like saying I love you as if she was going to repeat it back. I don't know. I don't know, but okay. What I will say is I do feel like Mel and Destiny do have some love there. Okay, if you've been friends for a good long bit of time, a long time, you may not can't stand a person, may not like a person, but still have some love from a distance. Does that make sense? For a person. Um, Likely, I don't want to fuck with them ever again. I don't want to talk to her. I'm good. We ain't got to ever talk, but I also don't want anything bad to happen to them either. You know what I'm saying? Or their family. So I think they may have that. And I think that Mel is just at a place where she just wants her to be accountable for some of the things that she may have said and done in the past. Okay. So Mel says that Destiny told her sorry. We talked about that. Mel tells Destiny she appreciate her once they get the next day. Next day, they get ready to go somewhere. I don't know. They rode some cars and went somewhere. Once they get there, Mel says, listen, I want to say this out the gate. Destiny, I appreciate you for sharing the messages that came from Moses to kind of clear up what was happening with you, her, him, and Sonny. Because Sonny definitely made it seem like it was one thing. And now when you give us the messages, we're learning that the issue is primarily the man. Now, when Mel highlights the fact that Moses was the one playing both sides of the fence, I thought Mel was going to use this moment as a way to let Destiny know that she can relate to her situation, right? When she was dealing with stuff with Martell. Well, to my surprise, it wasn't Mel that did that. It was Destiny. Destiny acknowledged that she can relate to what Mel, or she understands what Mel, went through or whatever. And she gets emotional. She's about to cry, and she stops and she cries. Well, she stopped. She didn't cry, but she says that. I do think that it was a nice moment. Mel says that she receives it. I do believe that Mel did receive it in that moment. I do. um it does make you think, like, why did it take for the Moses and stuff situation to happen for you to realize that, and for you to not have realized that when you were dealing with your own woes with your own marriage? And I'm going off of the interview that she had with Dear Wifey, where she was very vulnerable to me in that interview, and she exposed a lot of stuff, in my opinion, about LeBerick and how he showed up and stuff, as far as, like, I think he took the insurance and stuff like that. It was a lot of different shit that he was doing that I feel a man should not do to a woman that just had your child, a woman that struggled to get pregnant with your child, and a woman that had a tough pregnancy with your child. Now, I don't have to like a person's behavior to feel sorry for them, and I'm not going to condone and accept BS and say that she gets what she gets, okay? And for him to sue her, yeah, so let me go on a tangent a little piece. For him to sue her or whatever, over utilizing whatever the stuff was that she used, I feel like, well, you was okay when she was doing it in the marriage, just like you was fine then, but whenever you get a chance to kind of see what any way that you can kind of get at her, you do. And for me, I don't care what nobody's talking about. Y'all ain't gotta like that lady, but it ain't no different than Martell Holt in my personal. The way every time he over there peeking, trying to figure out how he can drag this woman back into court, ain't no different than what LeBerick is doing. And y'all can try to differentiate it all that you want, but it ain't changing over here for me. Okay. Okay. They about two peas in a bucket. And honestly, where you do yourself a disservice, Destiny, in my opinion, is that you still be over here cool with Martell. Like, girl, what? You endured the stuff that you endured with your man, but you still hang around Martell? Make it make sense for me. No, ma'am. Okay? I believe everything that Destiny said about LeBerick. And if he could take their child, I think that he would. In my personal, okay? I don't know that to be a fact, but that is my opinion on that. Okay, and I don't support that. I think that's whack as hell. Putting your baby mama through all of the SHI to where she ain't got nothing. Like, we talk about situations like this all the time on the channel, and most of the time the men are wrong, right? When it's situations like this. So I always find it real funny when people try to justify and make it okay for what he does to Destiny because y'all don't like her. Help you work on that. Work, get that together. Okay. Um, what else? So Destiny, yeah, okay. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So what I liked about this moment also with the ladies and Destiny saying what she said is, I feel like the fact that Mel did not have to embrace her at that house. Mel did not have to receive that and hug her, and I'm happy to see it because, one, who likes to really watch a show? That's why this show lost so many ratings, because it's not really no progressing. When you do reality TV, it is supposed to be conflict resolution. Yes, these are real people that had real friendships, not so much as an ensemble cast put together, but people that had a real friendship, right? And at some point, we want to see you guys push forward. At least that's what I want to see. Okay, I'm not trying to live life hating somebody forever, forever. We don't have to run in the same circles for me to give you a little piece of cordialness or whatever. So we're not asking y'all to be besties, but we are asking what I'm asking. Okay, what I am asking is for y'all to have a real conversation, no deflection, being honest and open about y'all feelings. When a person asks you, why did this happen? Why did you do that? Why did you this? And give them an answer. Explain that. Regardless of whose side is on, both of y'all need to be doing some explaining. Okay? And let's move forward. Let's get all of this so it ain't no like unresolved feelings or any of that. And we can move forward. Okay? Ain't nobody telling y'all to be click tight, bosom buddies, or none of that. All right. So I like the moment because it was lending itself to being able to move forward. So good for them. All right. Mel, touching all on this man that ain't even that attractive in my personal. He just got some cute curls. But I did like seeing her touch all on this man. And I said, okay, I want to see Melody go on some dates. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see her dating just one person. I want to see her probably somebody try and set her up on a few dates or something. If it's not gonna happen this season, let's see it next season. Okay. I'm sure Martell is gonna blow a gasket, but that's on him. We don't care no more. All right. Let's get to Destiny and Mel because they do have a conversation. And this entire conversation was irritating for me because they were, the way they chopped it. I know so much conversation happened between these ladies, and the way so much chopping happened in the editing. I said, what the fuck is this? I just felt like the conversation did not fully flow, in my opinion, because I didn't like the editing. But Destiny does speak on the messing around with Martell, and she wants Mel to know, like, girl, I'm not messing with that man. Let's be very clear. Whatever you think it was, it ain't. Whatever you think it is, it's not. Hell no, I'm not. Mel ain't addressing it. Mel just like, and Destiny is like, you ain't gonna say nothing. And I don't know if Mel said, I don't know what you do. I mean, that's kind of what her vibe was given. I don't know if she said it, but that's what her vibe was given. But I feel like this. You need to address that. Because Mel didn't even answer it, just gave a little, and then say, look, I want to talk about what you said to my mama about her being my pimp. Yes, you're right. She does need to explain that. But you also need to explain why you feel like Destiny is messing with Martell. Is that really a thought that you got, or is that a thought that you got from your fans and you ran with it? Where did that come from? So I do feel like if you're going to put an accusation out there about me and accuse me of messing with your man just because you feel, or your ex-man, just because you see us hanging out, you need to explain it. Like, why would you say that? You always feel like you owe the explanation, so explain to me. Why would you say that? And that's what I would have told her. Don't ask me nothing about what I told your mama if you ain't finna explain to me where you got it from. So we gonna have a conversation. We gonna have a real one. So where you getting it from? Why would you say that? And I wanted Mel to tell her that so that Destiny can explain herself even more. Okay? Explain yourself even more. Like, well, girl, I mean, you do be hanging with them all the time, this, that, and other, whatever it was. Explain where you got it from. So Mel says, brings up her mom and asked her why would she say she was her mom, why was her mama was her pimp or whatever. Destiny over here, well, I said it because you know what, it don't even matter. It don't even matter because I apologize. Yes, it does matter, ma'am. Why did you say it? It ain't no different than me wanting to hear why Mel said what she said. She needs to explain it, and so do you. And she couldn't really justify it. I can't even remember what her stupid excuse was. She tried to, and you know what was interesting too? Let me say this. She tried to justify it in the confessional and explain why she called her mama a pimp. But she didn't explain it to Mel in her face. She says that her mother never holds her accountable for her actions, and that's why she calls her a pimp. No, bitch. That's not it. You don't know what that girl mama say to her behind closed doors. She probably not gonna correct her in front of y'all, but you don't know what she says to her behind. So you don't know if she is holding her accountable or not. Okay. I wish she would have just admitted and said, you know what, Mel, I was hurt. I was really hurt. I was expecting something different once you arrived to, Madani grand opening and stuff. And I was still sensitive about this, that, and the other. And I was really hurt. And because I was hurt, I wanted to hurt y'all back. That's just how I felt, and I shouldn't have done it. It was very disrespectful and ignorant and disgusting of me. And I wish that I could take it back, and I can't. And for that, I truly apologize. Like, it really wouldn't have been that hard for you to just do that, Bookie, but it really wouldn't have, girl. Let's see what else. Okay. So, um, let's see. Okay. Yeah, I said all that. All right. So I definitely wish she would have been honest. Okay. Mel says she needs liars to address why they say what they say. I need liars to address why they say the stuff that they say. I don't think that you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong. But I need you to address why you sat up there and said that Stormy was the one that called your phone, or your child's phone, or at least that, I don't know if they called it, but it was something about a phone and some texting situation, and the number may have been from Mississippi, and you didn't have the information to know that it was a fact and it was actually Stormy. But you put a narrative out there that it was her, and then people came back and debunked that it was her, and you have yet to come to the front and apologize or explain why you did that. See, when we hold people accountable, or we want people to be clear about the things that they haven't done, Melody Cherie is not excluded from that, no matter how y'all may feel about it. There is not a single person walking this earth that is always right in everything. So you put that out there. So why did you do that? Since you want people to address the shit that they do. Let's keep going. Um, let's keep going. So later on, the ladies are sitting down and they're about to eat or whatever, and Shanita immediately apologizes to Tisha. She talking about she thought that they were playing. Girl, stop playing. 3 strikes and your ass was out. You did it outside at the pool area when she or the beach when she couldn't hear you. You did it at the table earlier, and you thought that you was safe to do it again when y'all was leaving. Okay? And you got checked. 3 strikes, you're out, Miss Ma'am. As you should have. Okay? Because I don't know what the hell she thought was going on, honey. Got cleared real quick. So she wants to apologize to her, talk about, so I thought we was playing. You better be glad Tisha handled it nicely. Tisha accepted the apology. She says she's liked her energy for the most part. She seems to be cool, and she also apologizes for coming at her that way. Honestly, Tisha, I don't feel like you owed her an apology. It was a reaction to an action. I don't think you owed her nothing in that moment, in my personal. Okay? You should have just did exactly what Mel did when she was talking to Destiny. I received that. Thank you. I received that. We were having a good time, and hearing you say that again definitely took things left. But I do receive it. Girl, apology will not be given, but I received yours. Thank you for your apology. Let's keep going. So, Destiny. Stormy was sitting next to Destiny. I'm sorry, sitting next to Mel. Don't really know why she was there, but Destiny wanted that seat. Okay. Um, Destiny runs over to sit right next to Melody. And Sonny calls her out for wanting to be a lap dog. She said, "Oh, girl, things is getting weird, honey." No, it's weird. It's weird. It is. Because I ain't never seen nobody trying to be a lap dog that bad. I've never seen it. You mean the way that you was trying to be a lap dog to Moses? Or do you mean the way you were trying to be a lap dog to Destiny when she was outside and pulled you for a chat because it was given that you was trying to beg for her forgiveness of you sitting up there telling lies? Like, that's what it gave to me. So really, y'all both not too far off from being a lap dog in my personal. But girl, you was right though. I'm gonna give you that. I ain't gonna lie, girl. I was like, girl, why is you trying to sit so close to this lady? What is going on? And honestly, for me, it definitely made me question what energy and what conversations are y'all having that we are not seeing, that you feel that comfortable to sit right next to the person that you was snapping on just the other night, right? Did y'all have more talks or something? Is she giving you a certain type of energy, or are you just doing this on your own? Because you seeing that the door is cracked at this point. It's not open, but it's cracked. At least that's what it appears like, right? So, and you going over there, you so close. Like, what's going? Are they showing? I mean, the way that they chopped up the conversation the first time when they talked outside by the water, and she brought up the Martell and hell no and all of that, whatever. They did a horrible job chopping that. But when they walked off, Destiny, I don't know if you guys saw it, she slaps Mel's butt. Did y'all catch that? I'm like, why do you feel like y'all that comfortable for that? I'm like, more of the conversation must be happening. I don't know if Melody could have gave her some type of apology or something like that, or acknowledgement or something, and they edited that out. I'm not sure what the hell going on, but the vibe was given off for sure. But let's keep going. Um, it was given off, but it wasn't really a bad thing, I'm glad they moving forward, child. Kimmy, okay, Kimmy speaks on wanting to have the guys on the trip. She feels like the men can bring resolution back to the group. Who said that? Who said that? Why do you think that? And the men are funny. Are they? Are they? Do they really bring that back? I feel like y'all are doing decent right now. Everybody's getting along for the most part. Yeah, y'all gonna have hiccups this here or there, but I think that y'all are fine, right? And when Mel said she disagreed, I said I agree. I agree. Like, y'all don't really. I'm having more fun watching y'all right now. I mean, this is a bit more entertaining than with them, but I guess, girl, whatever. She want to be around her man. So did y'all catch this? Kimmy gets in the confessional and she says she doesn't feel no kind of like, girl, I don't feel no ways if you rather be around girls than being around a man or something like that, she said. And I said, that's messy as hell. I caught that. This is like the second time, in my opinion, for how I took it. This is just how I took it, okay? My personal. How I took it was she was trying to insinuate something. Like, I ain't tripping if you rather be around girls than a man or something like that. And I'm like, that ain't too far off from when Destiny said, if I wanted to have Martell and male, I could. It was given, are y'all trying to insinuate that this lady is on that type of energy with other women? Now, if she is, I do feel like that's her business. Like, that's if that's what y'all want to do, y'all grown, do what you want to do anyway, because that's just how you is. You're gonna do that. Okay. But it was just the way it was said. And I'm like, okay, this is the second time. And I'm like, what y'all trying to say? That was giving a piece of shady for me. Okay. Let's get to Stormy. I'm sorry, not Stormy, but Sunny. Sunny wants to address Destiny at this time, and she wants to apologize and say that she never meant to hurt her. She says she just felt attacked the other day and wants to move forward, and then says, at the end of the day, we fell in love and this and that. And I'm just like, girl, you didn't even have to say all that part. Destiny over there just looking at her. She started to sip that drink. I said, oh, this not gonna go well. She's gonna sip that drink. Girl, this is not going well, honey. This is not gonna work out. Everybody once, Sunny apologized, everybody else like, yay. Woo. It was coming off like they were trying to force Destiny into accepting the apology from this woman. And Stormy just feel like that apology was not Stormy, but Destiny feels like that apology wasn't for her, it was for everybody else. I don't really fault her for not being ready to accept it just yet. I'm sure she will in time. But it's like you legit tried to play me out and you still didn't really uh hold yourself accountable for the shit that you did. You tried to rub it in my face, yes. But now you want to say that your intent was never to hurt me. BITCH, you've been on plenty platforms talking SHI about her. Then trying to insinuate that he was paying her bills and she ain't got no money. Like, it was a lot of things that you were trying to do to make her look bad but uplift yourself, only to make yourself still look like a fool in the end. That ain't cool, mamas. That's not cool. You're doing all of this behind a man that's locked up currently. I hate that for you. But I do hope that things get better. You know what I'm saying? I hope that, I don't know when he's getting out, hopefully soon, and things get better for you. Because that's an unfortunate situation to be in. People are saying that she's pregnant. I don't know if she is or isn't. But hopefully things get better, but you got to just be careful. And I just feel like the best way to approach that situation was to own it and accept fault. Like, I'm wrong. I guess you try to play this lady out of being by saying she was a side chick. If anything, he was with Destiny first, so therefore you would be the side chick. You know what I'm saying? So girl, what? Because he didn't fully end things with her when he started talking to you. So you did a lot of hurtful stuff. Okay. And what Melody said earlier on, she said something like she wanted liars to start well, she said, I want liars to start doing something, I guess, like addressing what it is that they did wrong. And I think that that's what you should have did as a liar. I think you should have been specific about the stuff that you did wrong. Okay. That's what I think. Anywho, let's keep going. Nell brings up the millimeters. Okay. Nell brings up the millimeters, and I guess she was saying she should have never brought it up or anything like that. They can get a bit crazy and all this or that or whatever. Okay. So at some point, Stormy asked Mel whether or not she condoned that behavior because she felt like the fans, try to not only affect them on the show, but like outside of the show, probably like they try to affect their business and stuff. So she wanted to know whether or not Mel condones what her fans are saying. And Mel is like, well, how do you know that it was the millimeters and stuff like that? And Tisha and Stormy are like, well, hell, they're self-proclaimed. They announce themselves. They say who they are and stuff like that. But Mel is in denial and saying, no, 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 no. First of all, this way y'all finna probably get pissed off, and I'm okay with that. Okay, I'm cool with that. Please stay mad and get mad. Okay, stay mad, get mad, have a great day, whatever. Feel away. I don't give a damn. Y'all motherfuckers do too much. Okay, and there are content creators that ain't able to hold shit. Okay, let's be very clear about that. Nell, of course, talks about the millimeters and stuff, and I feel like every single person on this damn cast that is not in support of Mel have received flack from the millimeters. Y'all have even gone down in my comments and got slick, and I've had to get slick right back with you hoes. Okay. Y'all be doing too damn much. And then to sit up there and say, in my opinion, Mel asking, and I told y'all weeks ago, probably months ago, that y'all act like barbs. I've been said that. But Mel to ask, well, how do you know that it was millimeters? Okay. How we know it was millimeters is timelines of events. Primarily, timeline of events is what confirms for me that it's y'all. You can look on social media. You can go on Facebook and see a lot of the whole shit that's going on. Girl, earlier in the when y'all first started doing this damn show, well, really not even first time. Like when we started learning about the whole Martell shit, okay, that's when people start forming they alliance. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm team male, 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 male. Like moral of the story is people have exposed personal information about people. People have gone up to folks' businesses and stuff. And the timeline of events for me, whether they say they're a millimeter or not, I know somebody was like, well, I could say that I'm a millimeter and not actually be a millimeter. Well, at the end of the day, you're doing it in the name of a millimeter. So who else they gonna blame? Who else they gonna blame? So then that's something that y'all might need to check with the other fans. Like when y'all do SHI, don't do it in our name because y'all making us look bad. Okay, some people try to feel like, oh, other folks just mad that they ain't got the fan base like she got. Do y'all really think Stormy wants the fan base Melody got? Do you really think that? Stop that. Y'all are creating all kind of excuses to justify your poor ass behavior. And the crazy part is a lot of y'all old as fuck. And that's the thing. Really need to grow the hell up. And to ask, how do y'all know the millimeters? It's so heavy on timeline of events. And I know somebody's ready to be like, well, Stormy already had negative reviews about her business. Oh my God, you're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But also, how we know it was millimeters is because of the timeline. When you go to her page around the time that Mel and Stormy started to fall out and they weren't cool anymore, that is when the spike took. Yes, she already had negative reviews, but there also was a spike of like within the day time frame of people going on there claiming that they've had a bad experience with this woman. And that was around the same time that the fallout happened between her and Mel. And y'all learned some of the things that her mother had said about Mel, and Stormy has publicly not supported what it is her mother said about Melody. And y'all act like two things can't be true. Y'all act like because a family member feels a way, you have to feel that same way. BITCH, some of your family members just voted for Trump. So should I feel a way about you because your family member voted for Trump and you probably don't even know? And even if you do know, you voted Democrat. So why, like that's what they chose to do. Why you mad at me? To me, that ain't no different. It's not. So, and we've seen her tell her mama, like, don't do that. I don't like that shit. I don't like that. Okay. She's called her mama out, and her mama also was like, she don't give a damn. Like, girl, I hate to see it. Okay. But anyway, yeah, so it's giving y'all shit. Then heavily, first of all, let's get back, let's go. But then I just referenced Dr. Shanita earlier. Okay, when she said something in support of Martell, and then y'all went and got in her SHI about it. Then she had to go in and do a corrective live or whatever. Then Heavenly just clock y'all for calling and harassing her job. All because of something that was said on the show. Weirdos is what it's given. Girl, the people finna be mad, and I'm gonna let them stay like that. Okay, because you have to be mad to even carry on that type of behavior for a person that literally got on the show and said in the midst of this conversation that she don't even know y'all. Mel said, I'm not finna control people that I don't even know. I don't know them. Yikes. And y'all doing all of this in her name. That's not good. When they bring up the conversation about whether, I think Dr. Shanita tried to make an excuse and try to compare Mel to Beyonce and other celebrities and stuff, and how they can't control their fan base and stuff. But y'all be the same ones that be trying to tell Nicki Minaj to also control her barbs too, right? Also be the same ones trying to tell, like, you can put a statement out there. Now, granted, here's the thing, okay? You could put a statement out there to show where where you stand. Just as Stormy said, Stormy was not wrong when she said that. Beyonce has done it, okay? Other celebrities have done it. Like, we don't condone bullying over here, whatever. It's not that hard to do. And when you don't do it, it's easier for a person to assume that you condone the behavior that is being put out there. All right? The thing is, though, it could potentially not stop a thing. Even if a male does say, hey, y'all, don't be doing that, whatever, they still can move forward and still harass you. But at least for her, she would have made her decision to say, listen, I don't support that shit. Okay, if you rocking with me and for what I stand for, that ain't how we get down. Okay, so know that when you do things, you're doing it in your name and not behind and being in disguise of my supporters. Okay, I don't think that's too much to ask from anybody. I don't think that's wrong to ask, because if Stormy had a large fan base that started to attack Melody, y'all will find that to be a problem. So that's the only thing that I don't like about brainless fan bases. They love to only make things one sided and only allow narratives to fit towards one person, when the same exact thing can be happening with their fave and they just overlook it and condone it. And that's not cool. Grow the fuck up. Okay? Grow up. What else was going on? So yeah, we got into that about the uptick of the reviews over there on Stormy. Even though people try to use the excuse of Stormy Benny had negative reviews, yeah, but there was a spike, and y'all know that. But it's okay. Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all know what y'all did. Okay. Anywho, I think we pretty much got into everything. Primarily, nobody's saying that it's Melody's fault. It ain't her fault. Nobody's saying it is her fault. That's not what they're saying. They just want to know whether or not she condones the behavior, or whether she would just at least say something. And Melody, at this particular time, does not feel like she needs to say anything to her fans. Okay. Um, and a lot of the ladies feel like she don't want to say nothing because she doesn't want to lose the support of that fan base. And I could potentially see that, because when I was watching the video, I remember saying something like that well before this portion of the video. And I'm like, are you showing Destiny something different, which is why she feels so comfortable to smack you on the butt, to tell you I love you, to sit close to you? Are you showing her something different for that to happen or something? And then it's being edited out so that the fans don't feel no type of way about you giving her any leeway or something. Like, I'm just confused on that just a little bit. Either that, or Destiny could just be acting on her own and making herself look like a damn fool. Haki. She could, because Mel did talk to Shanita and say, like, listen, I hear her say I'm sorry, but she's done this type of behavior before, so I really don't know how to take her. Okay, and she is yet to address why she called my mama a pimp. So Houston, we have problems. All right. So I don't know. But that's just where we at with that. Girl, I'm not team nobody. I don't desire to be, and I don't care to be. Okay, I'll tell y'all who I like and who well, really, I don't dislike nobody really on the show. But the people that other folks be having an issue with, girl, I ain't got no problem with the folks, girl. I ain't trying to, I didn't used to like Tisha, but Tisha do not bother me. Don't None of these folks on this show really bother me. What bothers me is the fan bases that make excuses for poor ass fucking behavior. But that's all that I got. Y'all gonna be mad, and I'm gonna let y'all do that on this beautiful day. Yeah, that's it. I'm Jami, that's me, honey. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Jami, that's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye. King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like so. To apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda, we hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. But drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they died of me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be